Hey there, Evan Ciliason here, founder of the Northwest School of Aromatic Medicine and Higher Mind Incense. And you know, as someone who tends towards a high-strung nervous system a lot of the times, I maybe feel nervous energy a lot. Sometimes my mind feels ungrounded. My breathing can be shallow, and I've just dealt with a lot of high anxiety most of my life, especially when I was younger. So I felt it was time to share a bit about aromatic plants and their effects on our nervous system, and also give you a super simple incense recipe that you can make at home that might be able to help nourish and balance your nervous system. If you or someone you know is anything like me, maybe you feel stressed out or anxious, maybe tense in your mind or body, maybe you feel fearful too often, maybe you're easily aggravated or have some kind of nervous habits. So what I'm going to share in this video might have an answer that can help reduce some of those symptoms for you and help you find more balance and peace in your body and mind. So to explain things really simply, the nervous system has two different parts that are usually fairly balanced in a healthy person. In this fast-paced world that we live in today, we're just exposed to just way more stressful situations and experiences than humans were originally used to. Like 12-hour work days in front of a computer, or managing an entire team of people, or just working in any fast-paced job, every single day. In some cases, while managing a family at the same time. Of course, there's also our diet that can factor into this and throw us off balance as well, which is super easy to do these days. There's unresolved fear or emotional buildup that can also contribute to this, and definitely technology and people just staring at screens or even being exposed to electromagnetic frequencies throughout the day. Even not enough sleep. There's just so many different things that can have a negative impact on the nervous system. So the sympathetic nervous system is one of the two parts of the autonomic nervous system, and it's responsible for energizing our body, stimulating our heart and our circulation and our lungs. And when this part is kind of kicked into high gear, it's what triggers that fight or flight response. Now, when someone's exposed to high stress, whether it's physical stress or emotional stress, or in the workplace or at home, wherever it is, the sympathetic nervous system kind of gets pushed to work a little bit harder to stimulate more survival-like functions, like adrenaline and higher energy, which is why a lot of the times people kind of feel like they're feeling like a hummingbird when they're all stressed out. And this is pretty normal for a short time. This is what it's designed for. But when people are constantly exposed to different stresses, it can really take a toll on the nervous system. And that's when we really need to take a step back and really nurture ourselves a bit. So in general, we want to try to soothe the sympathetic nervous system. Now, the other part of the system, the parasympathetic nervous system, is the one that we want to actually trigger or try to kick into action when we're out of balance like this. And this is the calming and rejuvenating system that really helps us to feel more relaxed. And luckily, there's a lot of different things that we can do to bring harmony and balance back to both of these parts of the nervous system. For instance, there's practices like meditation and yoga, or even just slowing down and relaxing every now and then. Definitely things like taking a vacation can help. Even regulating your diet and definitely reducing your caffeine intake can really help in most cases. And of course, there's herbal medicine, and my personal favorite, aromatic plants and incense, aromatic medicine. There's a lot of different aromatic plants have this really amazing ability to help us find that balance in our nervous system by nourishing and calming our sympathetic nervous system while also pushing the parasympathetic nervous system into action. So they soothe the fight or flight system, and then they stimulate the rest and digest system. It's actually pretty amazing. All right, so I want to give you a few of my personal top choices for aromatic plants that can maybe help you bring more peace and calm and nourishment to your mind and body. I think number one for me is lavender. You can literally take a whiff of lavender and just immediately feel more relaxed and calm, right? Lavender has a lot of different healing properties, but in this particular case, it's just one of the most widely used aromatics for stress and anxiety. It has nervine and sedative qualities that help slow busy thoughts and inhibit anxiety, and can even help with depression in certain cases. So if the stress, has you feeling down, lavender can help bring in that calm feeling while also lifting up your spirits and helping you, feel good and positive again in your thoughts and emotions. If you have any lavender scent or flowers around you, go take a whiff right now and you'll definitely see exactly what I'm talking about. I experienced it when I was out harvesting this lavender here. Lavender is also one of the most used sleep aid plants. Its interaction with different neurotransmitters helps to quiet the mind and soothe the sympathetic nervous system, and it can even promote a good night's sleep. Another one of my favorites is patchouli. Believe it or not, patchouli is not just an aroma that's associated with peace and love like most people think. It's actually been used as a medicine around the world for thousands of years, and it's also a sedative and a nervine like lavender. So it's also used for insomnia as well. It's also used for depression and anxiety and stress, nervousness. In India, it's used to help people feel connected to the earth again. Like their head's kind of spinning and they feel like they're just out of touch, or they have just too much coming at them from all directions. Basically, it helps ground people's energies out and helps to harmonize the nervous system in general. Really good herb to know about. Another one of my favorites is rosemary. Rosemary is just super helpful when it comes to the nervous system in general. It actually lowers our cortisol levels in the body, which basically fuel the fight or flight system in a sense. So it kind of cuts off that fuel supply a bit and helps to kick in the parasympathetic nervous system, and which helps us to kind of relax and chill out. And generally speaking, rosemary has an opening effect on the body and it's just always been associated with the heart. So it opens up capillaries and regulates blood flow as well, and is even known to stimulate the brain for increased blood flow and things like that. And also it improves mental focus and kind of helps shake off mental fatigue as well. One last thing that rosemary is really great for is it's actually been proven to be a nerve regenerative. So it can actually help repair and strengthen the nervous system, or even possible nerve damage in some cases. And pine is another one of my favorites, a local one here in North America. I personally prefer the resin over the needles, but both are pretty beneficial in this case. Again, pine is really great for anxiety and stress in general. It's a great sleep aid as well. It can help with fatigue and nervous tension, even memory loss in certain cases. And it can promote mental clarity and uplift and help people work through emotions too. So if you're feeling like you got a lot of heavy weight on your shoulders in addition to your nervous system being out of balance, pine can help to harmonize your nervous system and uplift your spirits again. So these are some of my favorites, favorite plants to use in this case. Of course, there's a lot of others to help with the nervous system, like aloes wood and jasmine, benzoin, frankincense and myrrh, star anise. But the ones that I just listed are some really powerful allies to have. And of course, nothing in this video should be taken as personal medical advice. If you experience any nervous system issues, please consult your physician or maybe an aromatherapist or other health practitioner if you have one, before using incense as a medicine. All right, so let me give you a super simple recipe that you can use to help you out if you're feeling ungrounded or spread thin, maybe if you're overworked or stressed out. Now, I highly suggest that if you experience different nervous system disorders, that you try out some of the things I mentioned earlier first, like taking some time to yourself to relax or meditate, maybe do some yoga, or my favorite is just walking out in nature every day for a little bit. These things can really get your mind off of the daily grind and are definitely key to incorporate into your life, in addition to, things like diet change and herbs and even incense. But this incense blend here, it can potentially help to relax you more, and it can help to calm your nerves, calm your mind, your heart, and can even bring harmony and balance back to your nervous system. So this recipe is for a loose incense, which you definitely need an incense charcoal to burn it. But it's a really basic recipe with just 3 simple ingredients. So what you'll do is add a small mixing bowl. You're gonna add each ingredient to a small mixing bowl, starting with 1 part of ground lavender, followed by 1 part of ground rosemary, and then 3 parts of dried and crushed pine resin. And then you stir it all together really nicely. Make sure there's no clumps with your pine resin, which is super common, especially if it's a really fine powder. And honestly, this is all you really need to do for this loose blend type. And then you can put some on your charcoal and enjoy it and start to relax a little bit. So there's a lot more to incense crafting, especially if you want to learn about the more complex or even the therapeutic or fragrance formulation methods, or if you want to make incense cones or sticks that actually burn all the way through and smell amazing and are also really effective. But this super simple loose incense recipe, it's a great herbal mix that can really help you feel, more balanced. So definitely give it a try. And if you're interested in learning more about the traditional art of incense crafting and you want to take the next step on your path, I want to invite you to join me for the traditional incense crafting course, which I just opened up the doors for this week if you haven't heard about it yet. There's a special annual promotion happening right now, and I'm also giving away some really awesome bonuses for signing up this week only. So you definitely want to check that out today because it's going to expire in a few days. There's going to be a link below this video where you can click and learn a little bit more about this special video course. Again, just remember there's just a few days left for this program. So I hope that this video was helpful to you in some way. If it was, please do me a favor and others a favor by sharing it with someone you know or maybe in a group. Thanks for joining me here today, and I hope to see you in the traditional incense crafting course. That's it for now. Take care.